Does this affirmative just give you?
Okay, first of all, you expressed in the presentation that you use the nudity in order to explain yourself, right? But I think that there are many ways to explain yourselves. You don't need to, it's not necessary for you to take off your clothes to show everybody who you are. You can show everybody your talent or your ability by, like do a lot of social activities or charity or show everybody how intelligent you are. I think that is a much better way to show yourself. And, like, that's it. That's probably the rebuttal. Because they have made only one point, right? So that's our rebuttal. Okay, we the fellows strongly against, we are strongly against this statement for three premises. First of all, in Vietnam, for example, the fact that you take off the clothes is morally unacceptable because we are a traditional country. We are one of the Asian countries that we like to appreciate the women, and I don't think that taking off your clothes, showing your flesh is a very good way. It's not suitable for us. The second thing is the line between art and provocation is not very thick. And if you take off your clothes for a certain reason, like if you don't do it very properly, then maybe people think that you are trying to provoke them, and it's not a good thing to do, I think. And the last one is, if the children see the photos of your nudity, or even your parents, for example, what would they think about them? It's not a very good thing to do. It may badly affect directly and badly affect the children and
the affirmative team.
Okay, so thank you very much for the case. So I think that in your chat, you said that the traditional country, so we shouldn't use like nudity for public. So we think that in what's the impact in that when we are the traditional country and you shouldn't allow public nudity? What's the point here? Because we traditional country, so there's a lot of strict and rules, even the spoken rules or not spoken rules inside of us. So there's a lot of barriers between us and other country, outside country, and so that's why we think that in traditional country we should allow nudity, because like we have to open our minds. So we should open our mind to the world so others can understand, and after the nudity, maybe our government, because a lot of laws and rules, so they can allow something like other stuff like we should create the rules about the freedom of people who can say the good thing or the bad thing to the government. So that's the start of the other things. So you said that the children they can see the nudity on the television. So in Vietnam we don't have the barrier for children. Like in HBO they show the television like the movies with nudity at the time like 10 p.m. So but in Vietnam we allow everyone to see. We do not have the rules. So, or Shinosuke, the Korean kids in Japanese manga, maybe we should put some rules in there. So the second case, we can understand here the public nudity. That's two points. Public nudity here is that you do not show your bodies really offensive to the people. Outside public, maybe not like we nudity in like a place like for children to play. Public nudity here is like we show our bodies, we show our free body to the people, so they can understand not a part of us, but we can protest for something like the environment or something like in China there's a guy who do public nudity. He did nudity in the occasion, and then show that we shouldn't. in some like dog meat restaurant, and to show that we shouldn't eat dog meat. That's a case from Vietnamese press I read yesterday. So in public nudity, there's a like benefit that after seeing the naked truth of people, the naked truth that your body show out, maybe the truth revealed, the truth disclosures. So we can like have some wake up call about something like the environment. It's quite offensive, but not offensive wake up people. Because someday when you realize it's like a frog in the boiled water, you put a frog in the boiled water, and then you boil it, it doesn't feel anything till it boils. So it's like a wake up call. It's very hard to the people's mind. So the people's minds can open out and reveal to the society that we should do something. So that's the point in the. So
you said that nudity is not offensive, and we can apply that in Vietnam. However, I can say that this is not the time for us to apply, because in current situation, Vietnam is not open-minded enough, and if we make it to public, and the reverse effects will happen, and that will bring more problems and difficulties to manage for the government to restrict the limitation of people doing such actions in public. And the second thing is that you said that people are naked to protect the environment. They have done lots of actions regarding to protecting the environment. However, there are a lot of other ways to protect the environment, not by being.
Okay, so in the presentation you say that the children have many means of being accessible to like movies and manga to access to some kind of flash, But actually, for example, in HBO, movies in HBO, we can call them like the hot scenes. They always cut. They are always cut. And like in the movies, the actors and actresses just take off their clothes. That's it. That's all. And you say that we take off our clothes in order to protect the environment, but I don't think this is a good idea, because in the world, in many countries in the world, they do take off their clothes. They do make new photos to protect something for a certain reason, but like they are more developed than us. They are more civilized than us. And when they take off their clothes, then there are some parts of the body that needs covering, and they do cover. But for example, in Vietnam, you all know Queen Bride, the model. She has made an album of new photos in order to protect the environment, and you know what? She turned her bus to the photographer, and everybody who have ever taken a look at those photos, they say that everything that draw their attention is her body, not the environment around her. So what's the point of taking off your clothes? So anyway, then you say that. The children have many means of accessing to the flesh, but I don't think that. Do you think that they may see a lot from the TV or from the manga? So do you think that is okay? There's no you. You need to like be very not very open, right? And if you want to protect the environment, yeah, actually there are a lot of ways else. For example, that you can go around Vietnam and you like pick up the garbage, put them in the garbage bins or something. It's much more like useful actually. And I think that
and besides breasts and magnets, if display the things, they make the children, they have some reason to show, and that can be a sexual tool, you know, like make, and the children may imagine that, and that will be the scars in their childhood, and that will affect their maturity when they grow up, and that is a bad effect happening to the children when they see the news.
Okay, so your team said that said a case of boxing, right? You said that she gets naked on the photograph, but you didn't. And you said that it's bad because people say that it's bad, but you didn't mention why you get that information. When you get the information, on what time that you based on that people say that you, and then you refer that it's true. And the second thing you said about the children, if children see the hot scenes on the TV or they see the hot scenes on the public, like express and Miss Right, and they will lead to their thinking of some bad sexual behavior. But actually, I think that if children are received a comprehensive and appropriate educated, they know what is the right and what is the wrong, and they can expose to something related to the sexual, so that they can have some kind of thinking to protect themselves if they get hurt by sexual behavior from others. They will know what opposite gender is, so that they can have some knowledge about how to protect themselves. And
so, in conclusion, our chief, we believe that public nudity should be allowed in Vietnam, because two things we would want is so we should be free to express ourselves to the world, and the second thing is we believe that show our naked bodies somehow reveal the naked truth about the society, about the victim. I'm not saying more about that. So that we reveal the truth, we reveal the naked truth after showing the public nudity. We believe that public nudity should be allowed in Vietnam society.
13 points. Okay. So we proved that the first is it is not the right time for Vietnam to apply this policy to make it socially acceptable for public nudity photos and display. The second reason is that it is not morally and traditionally acceptable in Vietnam to accept this kind of socially acceptance. The next thing is it will very affect the children. It would very affect the children in memories, and thank you very much.